It's the Flow Friday Night Sports Show. Let's talk North Central Netball now, which is back this weekend. And that means Susan Lockhart is back to help us go through the matchups. So, Susan, how are you?
Yeah, going well. Thank you, Jason. Good to be back again. We're back on track, hopefully to get the next 6 rounds underway and no breaks and straight into finals and get a 2021 North Central Netball League season finished.
That's right.
Fabulous.
It would be, and who would have thought, up against all the odds at various times this winter, but we're on the downhill run now. As you said, just the 6 minor round games to go after a bit of a break for the school holidays. How was your break? What did you get up to?
Yeah, well, we had a pretty good weekend. It was pretty cold. Didn't end up getting to the golf. I was going to go to golf. I did golf on Wednesday instead. So just had a bit of time at home, did a bit of general chores.
Fair enough. Yep, just getting ready now for the last 6 weeks of the season or the last 6 weeks of the minor round. Of course, then you've got the finals to come. So, and they're not all decided yet, are they?
No, they're not all decided. But where the venue isn't decided or the actual four.
No, the top four's not locked away just yet. So there's still those 6 games are going to be pretty important.
Yeah, that's true. Like they're starting to shape up. Like there is a top 4 pretty settled in the A grade, but see like a hunt on the hunt, and I don't think Donald are going to give up until they've been defeated anyway, until they really cannot make it. So Birchip, Watchem have got to keep hanging in there to keep their 4th position, and even Charlton as well.
Yep, spot on.
But,
well, let's have a look at this week's matchups, because I'll tell you what, in amongst them there's some pretty important ones, none more so than Sea Lake, who will travel to Charlton, and this is a huge game for both sides, in particular for Sea Lake, though. If they can pick up a win against the likes of a Charlton, then it's almost a 4-point game for them.
Yeah, true. They'll be 4 points behind Charlton if they can get this one. And, we look at Sea Lake and there's a bit of chatter. You have a bit of netball chatter, and we're surprised that Sea Lake really are still back out of the 4 and not making their heading that way. But, after this week, if they can defeat Charlton, they're only 4 points behind them, and that's 1 win to them, and percentage isn't that much difference either.
So who do you like in this one? I mean, we know, first of all, that they've been travelling okay of recent times, Sea Lake, but Charlton have had a pretty good season full stop, so probably hard to go past them at home, isn't it?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to go for Charlton. After seeing them play last week, they've really got their team set up quite nicely, and they look like they're very settled. Their goal shooter who came back in this year, she's starting to really go a lot better now, getting her goals in and just showing a bit of strength. So that's a good sign for that team. And their mid-court was quite strong as well. So, I think if they can play their four quarters, they'll take Sea Lake out this week.
One of the other really important games this week, and they're all in their own way important games, but this one in particular, Birchip Watchem at home on their lovely purple courts. They will welcome Boort to town, and Boort's second on the ladder, looking to cling on to the double chance. Birchip Watchem 4th on the ladder, and they are trying to keep Sea Lake Nandaly at bay. So a surprise win from them this week could go a long way of doing that.
Yeah, well, it could go a long way, but I doubt that they're going to be able to do it. I would, it'd be great if they could have a bit of a win there and secure their 4th spot, but I think Boort will have it. And if this happens, their top 4 is not really going to change that much. They're still going to be fighting there for that 4th spot with Sea Lake and Donald not that far behind, really. So, anything can happen, but I'm probably going to go for Boort this week, just going on based on their good form.
Now, you mentioned Donald, who are nipping at the heels of Sea Lake Nandaly at the moment. Well, they get a chance almost to go past them. They'll take on Wycheproof Narraport, and they'll start favourites because Wycheproof had their first win, I think, the week before the break. So they'll be up and about. They'll be enjoying that, and they haven't been far away from winning other games either. But Donald will start favourites and should win.
Yeah, Donald will win this one, and I think on their nice indoor court, I think they'll go pretty well and defeat Wycheproof, although I keep saying Wycheproof are a pretty strong team. I just think that Donald will have the edge on that, which then if that happens, that puts Donald moving up the ladder, not that far behind Birchip Watchem again, and last time they played Birchip Watchem, they drew, so anything can happen between those two when they meet. So, and their percentage, by the way, is better than Birchip Watchem. So they're still going to be trying to get their way into the four.
That's exactly right. So not far away, the Donald Crew. So that'll be an interesting game. And the last game is top versus bottom. So Wedderburn will take on St Arnaud. This will be played at Lord Nelson Park. So St Arnaud at home, but Wedderburn obviously will be raging hot favourites to win this, and they'll almost, by winning, lock up the double chance. Pretty close to it.
I'm pretty sure that Wedderburn will win this one pretty easily. But, last time they played, they only won by, you said, was 20 goals a good margin? Well, it was 20 goals for most of the game, and then they probably only won by 25. So, it was a reasonable game. St Arnaud still got some good players and playing quite well. Wedderburn have had a bit of good fortune with their top goal shooter from 2019, runner-up the league, best and fairest, Sally DeRouche. She's decided to come back and play. She missed the first half of the season. Her and her husband, Ben, who's been a Feeney medalist in the football, they've decided they want to come back and join in the rest of the season. So, good fortune to Wedderburn there, having that happen. So that'll strengthen Wedderburn.
Excellent. Well, should be an interesting round of matches. It's round 11 in North Central Netball, and enjoy the weekend's netball, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
All right. Good on you, Jason. Thank you. Bye-bye.